Okay guys, so we need to have a little bit of a conversation, an honest conversation about YouTube's new monetization move that's just happened in the past couple of days. I heard about this from none other than TJ Kirk originally, but I looked up an article, YouTube tightens the rules around creator monetizations and partnerships, courtesy of TC. I don't even know what that is, but I looked this up. It says, in an effort to regain advertisers' trust, Google is announcing what it says are tough but necessary changes to YouTube's monetization. For one thing, it's setting a higher bar for YouTube's partner program, which is what allows publishers to make money through advertising. Previously, they needed 10,000 total views to join the program. Starting today, channels also need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time in the past year. For now, those are just requirements to join the program, but Google says it will also start applying them to current partners on February 20th. Now, of course, so far I have 6 subscribers, and there's a very good chance that even this video I'm making right now will have 0 views. So I'm just starting out. But this type of thing is not... It's somewhat disheartening. It does not make me have confidence in YouTube. It says, in an effort to regain advertiser trust. I'm looking at it just right here. I don't really know what that means, but I'm a little bit, I don't understand. Okay. Reading on a little bit further, this might assure marketers that their ads are less likely to run on random, fly-by-night channels, but as Google's Paul Moret writes, of course, size alone is not enough to determine whether a channel is suitable for advertising. So in addition, he said, we will closely monitor signals like community strikes, spam, and other abuse flags to ensure that they comply with our policies. Both new and existing YPP channels will be automatically evaluated under these strict criteria, and if we find a channel repeatedly violates our community's guidelines, we will remove that channel from YPP. So this is pretty unfortunate, I have to say. YouTube is one of these things. It's a platform where a lot of people get started, like I'm trying to get started right now. But the thing is that an honest conversation about this, I can't but voice my opinion, but this is kind of bullshitty. The thing is that I personally think, and I heard TJ Kirk say this just this morning, but I personally think that this has to do with advertisers not wanting their products advertised on channels that don't have very nice content. But the thing is, that's very strange, because if you watch a video on Nazis or something, or how racism is awesome or something, some video that's not very nice or just flat out horrible, but you see maybe a Coca-Cola ad or an ad for Spectrum or whatever, I'm pretty sure most people would know that Coca-Cola is not endorsing, the companies that are advertising are not endorsing Nazis or whatever that video's content is about. The thing is, though, is that, I hate to say this, but this seems to be very censoring, if you know what I'm saying. This seems to be that YouTube is really trying to censor a lot of creators, particularly small creators, but also larger creators too. And just so you understand, I'm at the very bottom rung of this ladder. I'm just getting started just in the past couple months here, and I don't plan to make very much money off of this, but it really is disheartening for me wanting to create content and wanting to put stuff out there like this. Of course, I'm going to try and continue to bring content to the viewers, the people who enjoy me, at least as much as I can, and try to build a subscriber fan base. Hopefully one that is somewhat loyal. I mean, even if it's only like, 1,000 subscribers or something. So what? That's fine. As long as I know that there are people who will enjoy watching my content, I'm still going to continue to put content out there, if even purely for the fact that I enjoy making videos and I enjoy talking to the camera. So I'm going to continue to read. Moret, or Murray, I don't know, I'm sure I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Murray also described changes planned for more exclusive Google preferred program, which is supposed to be limited to the best and most popular content. Vlogger Logan Paul was part of the Google preferred until the controversy over his Suicide Forest video got him kicked out last week. A story that suggests some of the limitations of Google's approach. Moving forward, Murray said that the program will offer not only the most popular content on YouTube, but also the most vetted. That means everything in Google preferred should be manually curated. Okay, Not sure what that means, but with ads only running on videos that have been verified to meet our ad-friendly guidelines. Look at all the new content. Okay, I know I'm not going to be making a whole lot of money off of YouTube, and that's okay. Certainly not going to be making any within the next year or two, or maybe 3, I don't know. The idea is that I'm trying to express my views and my opinions in a way, on YouTube in a way that is responsible, certainly, and one that allows me to enjoy myself, and hopefully other people will be, enjoying this as well. And also help out some of my friends, like my master instructor, which is one of the main reasons why I started this channel in the first place, so I could drum up support for his cause and what he's trying to do, which is a cause that I believe in as well. A cause that I totally, believe in, around martial arts and martial healing. As well as other things that I enjoy putting out there, like, talking about, atheism and theology just in general, as well as philosophy and just making vlogs and enjoying myself. This is making things very discouraging, okay? I myself am still going to continue to put content out there, and I'm probably not going to be relying on YouTube's monetization, not unless I had millions upon millions upon millions of subscribers. If I were like as big as, say, Logan Paul, then it would probably be easier. The thing is, though, there might be a lot of monetization or a lot of money involved in that. At a certain point, YouTube just kind of owns you then. So this is, I think, is another downgrade on YouTube's part. I mean, I understand money makes the world go round, and if you have more of it, and if you have, as far as YouTube is concerned, more popularity, you're more relevant, and people are interested in controlling you more. It's just the unfortunality of how this really hurts the little guy. Okay, this really hurts the little people. Like me, even though I haven't started monetization yet, and probably won't, at least for another year, or maybe 2, like I said. Or at least not until, according to these guidelines, I have to have 1,000 subscribers. So, subscribe to my channel and whatever else. I don't know, is the subscribe button. I have to have an honest conversation about the situation. I'm really, really, discouraged by this, and it's unfortunate that, I of course will always speak out against people who are treated unfairly. And I never made a video about Logan Paul personally, because I think he already has plenty of people making videos about it, and I'm sure has plenty of money and monetization. But it's unfortunate that somebody like a big guy does this, and then now it's like the little guys get hurt. If someone or a group of people are putting out content that is offensive or hurtful, I mean, first of all, we do have, at least in the United States, we have First Amendment rights, and unfortunately on YouTube, the thing about the internet, the thing about YouTube as well, is that it's kind of like its own country now in a way. Like, you can't say, well, I have First Amendment rights. I mean, even though that we do have First Amendment rights, YouTube doesn't really care. They don't recognize those rights at all. It's just, like I continue to say, it's very unfortunate. And I read this article. I will, of course, put a link in the description to this article. But we have to start having a conversation about this, because, and I always hated this, because I myself, and I will, of course, explain that I went to military school. I went to a Christian boarding school. And the problem is that if one person does something wrong, they ruin it for the whole group. Logan Paul might have put out a stupid, dumbass video. Okay. I don't really have an opinion on it one way or another. But unfortunately, it's the little guys that are getting hurt now. Instead of just YouTube saying, okay, we're going to watch this person's content more closely, this really seems like group punishment in terms of tightening the parameters of monetization. I really don't like it. So we're going to go down here and we're going to read some comments. Chris Fisher said, and now no small channel can get a little bit of money to turn a hobby into something more. One hit wonder channel. That then uses that hit to become a real channel. Okay, hang on. Oh, he's asking questions. Not ever going to happen anymore. A lot of early YouTube people that went on to become bigger would not succeed with this new policy. But they begin when YouTube actually cared to listen to users outside of a very small bubble. Man, that pretty much sums up my attitude. It's like, why can't YouTube listen to a larger group of people? Why not? I don't understand this. Well, you just described my channel. I have been running a casual channel about tarantulas for the past year. Interesting thing about YouTube, you can put any content you want on there, or at least up until recently. I hit the 1,000 subs, but I came up short by 98 hours on the 4K hour requirement. They sent me an email saying they were going to pull my partnership and place my funds in suspense. I was so close to a payout. I'm very disappointed. So let me just ask a question, and I'm serious about this question. So this person's making a YouTube channel about tarantulas. How is he responsible for anything that a larger YouTuber like Logan Paul did? Why is it that he doesn't get a payout? It says, I got an email that my partnership will place in suspense, or my partnership and my funds will be placed in suspense. Bullshit! I'm saying it right now. I'm calling bullshit on this. I'm serious. How is he responsible? Can anyone please explain to me how he's responsible? He's making a YouTube, I mean, tarantulas? How is that like offensive? How is that, let me scroll back up here to this article. In an effort to regain advertiser trust, Google is announcing what it says are tough but necessary changes to YouTube's monetization. So how are we regaining monetization, the trust of advertisers and monetization through suspending channels about tarantulas? Conrad O'Brien, same. Okay. I have a tutorial channel, and it takes a long time to make good quality videos, which kind of does. About 1,700 hours watched in the last year, so nowhere close enough, but I guess there are other platforms. Well, I mean, yeah, there are other platforms, and there are ways to make it over these requirements. You can, of course, go on like I don't know, a social media marketing campaign for yourself, but the premise of why all of this is happening, and it says in this article, is to regain advertiser trust. How are these regulations going to do that? I'm serious. I want to see both sides of the argument here, but I have to stand on the side of the little guys. I mean, partly because I am one, but also because I just don't see how these regulations are going to help with the situation of people putting up offensive content. And I don't see how ads being played on offensive content, I don't see how anyone would associate something like a Coca-Cola commercial with somebody like Logan Paul finding a dead body in the fucking woods in Japan. Okay, another comment. I uploaded my first video almost 10 years ago and have made a very small amount of money. I have just over 500 subs and just under 1 million views. Small fry, but I'm not a fly-by-nighter. And that was another thing that was said in this article up here. Where is it? This might assure marketers that their ads are less likely to run on random fly-by-night channels. See, what does that mean, fly-by-night channels? Because fly-by-night is usually something is a term that usually refers to... Well, here, let me look it up. Usually, I'm pretty sure that's a term that refers to people who don't plan things. By night. One who departs or flees at night in order to avoid law enforcement, according to Wiktionary. And this says, this might ensure marketers that their ads are less likely to run on random fly-by-night channels. And then, of course, and they're putting in all these restrictions about 4,000 hours of view time in the past year, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 total views to join the program. Look, there are a lot of YouTubers who fall under these requirements who are not fly-by-nighters. They're not trying to avoid something. They're not trying to bullshit around or whatever. And then I lost the comment I was talking about. But these are high bars to get over for monetization. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to monetize on any of my videos. I'm certainly not planning on making any money at this. I mean, certainly not in the next, 3 years. If ever at all. If I'm even around at that point. But the point is that I am discouraged. I think many people are discouraged. And I don't believe this is going to help with people putting up offensive content. I really don't. If that's what their aim is, or if their aim is to regain YouTubers' trust, I mean, I'm sorry that Logan Paul made a dumbass video. I didn't even know who Logan Paul was before that happened. I didn't give a shit. All I care about is, talking to a camera and enjoying putting out content. Now I'm a little bit upset and pretty worried about the situation. I have to call bullshit on YouTube. I don't want to be angry or mean or belligerent, but I have to call bullshit on this because it's just not. With such a large platform that YouTube is, there are going to be shithead people, and there are going to be shithead people who monetize on their videos. But that's just kind of how it works. We can't have a system that's this large and this free. We have to expect there to be some unfortunalities that do occur. And if advertisers' trust gets compromised in that, I'm sorry, but are we going to compromise trust with the advertisers? Then maybe they don't need to be advertising on YouTube. Maybe they need to advertise somewhere else. I don't know. I don't have any easy answers here. I don't really even know how the whole hierarchy of YouTube works. I understand it's owned by Google, but I'm sorry, I just don't understand how any of this is going to help with any of these problems. So I'll leave that question with you guys today. What do you think will actually will help the problem of people putting out offensive content? Maybe they need to write a new algorithm to find more offensive content. I don't know how they would do that, and I'm sure there'd be problems with that too, but still. Peace out.